What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy LT. We back with another banger video, man. We got Larry Bird's most savage moments, man. Now, this is a different video from a different person, but y'all know when we come with this Larry Bird content, it is always crazy, man. So we're gonna go ahead and check this one out, man. If this is your first time seeing me on your screen or you're a returning subscriber, man, make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to this channel for all your reaction content, because we bringing bangers back to back in another 3,000. Let's get with it. All right, man. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this one, bro. I love Larry Bird, to be honest, man. He is one of my top three. You know, when I think my Mount Rushmore, we're gonna go Mike, we're gonna go Larry, we're gonna go Kobe. I gotta put Kobe up there. We gotta go ahead and put I'll put Wilt there. I'll put Wilt there. Now, do I really want to put Wilt there? Yeah, I'll put Wilt there. But I'm a defensive player, so the last person that I got to put on my Mount Rushmore, and it's crazy because I know people going to be like, man, you know, like, people don't really look at defense like that, but I look at defense, bro. I'm a defensive player. I've never been the greatest scorer. I'll give you 10 on a good night, but if you need 15 steals, a couple blocks, I'm there. What's good with it? So we got to go Dennis Rodman on the last one, bro. That's just my defensive player when it comes to that. And most of the people that I pick are defensive juggernauts, people that play defense very well, because that's just what type of player I am, man. I love defense all and way out, bro. Like, I get scoring and it's cool and all, but once you get into the rhythm of knowing how to play defense and you can stop the ball, it don't matter about scoring. I can miss 15 layups, make 2, but if I stop you from scoring every layup, guess what? We win. That's game. We win. That's it. That's how I always felt about it. So, man, we'll go ahead and check this video out, man. Make sure y'all leave that like. Let's get into it.
Retired NBA players often like to compare the good times with today. And to be honest, it sounds like a broken record machine at this point. They often say players today are soft and they can't play in our era and things like that.
Hey, I agree.
I agree. I'm not about to debate that here, but what I will say is what is probably inarguable is the fact that players talked a lot more smack back in the day. And one of the best to ever do it was the one and only Larry Bird, a.k.a. Larry Legend. Today we'll take a look at some of his most savage moments.
Mr. Closer.
During his rookie year, Reggie Miller and the Pacers were down 3 points against the Celtics with 20 seconds left in the game. To stop the clock, the Pacers went to the foul game, but unfortunately, they fouled Larry Bird. As Bird went to the line, Miller tried to distract his concentration by getting into his head. He was like, hey. But before Miller even blurted out another word, Larry cut him off and shushed him up by saying, "You gotta be kidding me. Rook, you gotta be kidding me. Rook, I'm the best shooter in the league right now. In the league. Understand? And you're up here trying to say something?" Bird would calmly sink the crucial free throws to beat the Pacers 119.
And to think he would become their coach. To think Larry Legend coached him to be that type of shooter he is. Like, do you see what I'm saying? To think that Larry Legend walked into there like, y'all gotta shut up, bro. Why would you foul me? I'm the best shooter there has ever been in the league. It's over with. That's game time. You feel what I'm saying?
Into 113. He also dropped 34 points along with 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals to send out a major statement to the young Reggie. I think from that moment onwards, Reggie learned to zip his mouth whenever Larry was around. Anyway,
zip it up, close it up, knock it down.
In 1986, Larry Bird was at the peak of his greatness, winning his 3rd consecutive MVP, as well as grabbing the Finals MVP trophy while averaging 25 points.
Isn't Larry the only person to do that?
He was so good this.
Larry's one of the only people who has ever done that, correct? Let me know in the comments. Was Larry Bird one of the only people to ever freaking go 3 times in a row for an MVP? Or am I tripping?
Particular year that on the night of Valentine's, he simply decided that he would not be using his right hand against the Blazers.
The lefty game,
Here's exactly what he said. "Tomorrow night's the last game of the trip. I'm going to play this one left-handed. Well, at least through 3 quarters. True to his word, Bird broke the hearts of the Blazers on V-Day by dropping 47 points while mostly using his left hand.
Oh, Veterans Day. I'm like, why they call it V-Day, bro? Good.
Bird with the left hand, and it stays real quick, penetrated. Bird.
The lefty get messy when Larry got it in his hand.
Why he refused to use his dominant hand, to which he replied,
I'm saving that for the Lakers.
For the Lakers.
I'm saving that for the Lakers, bro.
Is that cold-blooded or what?
Nah, that ain't cold-blooded.
If you think that was savage, wait until you hear this next story about Dennis Rodman. We all know that Rodman has a history of saying unpleasant things, and in Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals in 1987, he pushed the boundaries further by saying an off-color remark to Larry. Game 5 at Boston. I made the most wrong decision that a person can make. At the time, I didn't know any better because I was so used to being in the projects. God, I was young and stupid, so after the game, I said if Larry Bird was black, he would be just an average basketball player.
And
that's
it's
what
not
I
true.
said back then.
And it's not true. Like, I had an argument with a coworker not too long ago about this, and I mean, his whole validation was, no, I mean, if he was black, we wouldn't. I'm like, it's not true because Larry Bird was slow. He wasn't fast. I mean, he wasn't athletic. So if he was the same player, we'd have said, bro, he just trash. He just a spot up shooter. That's all he is. If he was black, if Larry Bird was black, they would have been like, oh, he's trash. You get what I'm saying? Like, they would have tried to say like, oh, he's trash. But it's not true. If he was black and he was doing that stuff, he'd still be raw. That's basically Stephen Curry. That's what Steph do now. Don't we consider him still great? What Stephen Curry do now is exactly what Larry Bird did. So why, if he was black, that's gonna change? Like, oh, he trash. He trash because he's black. No, he's still one of the best shooters in the league. He's not the most athletic one, but he's still one of the best shooters in the league. So, you know, I guess to me, the argument don't really work for me because I'm like, nah, man. If Larry Bird was black, I think he would be 10 times better. Like, low-key, if he was black, I think people would look at him and be like, nah, Larry is the greatest player to ever live. I think that's exactly, I'm going to 100% say that. If Larry Bird was black, he would be considered the greatest player to ever live. Because he beat Mike the way he beat Mike. But because he's white, I feel like we cut him slack. Like, oh, man, he was white, man. You know, he didn't get it like that. You see what I'm saying?
And I was in Boston. Larry heard the interview and was not happy about Rodman's comment.
No.
In Game 7, Bird had his payback, and he went to destroy Rodman with his skills and his mouth. According to Rodman, here's what went down when he was guarding it. I would be all over him trying to deny him the ball, and all Larry was doing was yelling at his teammates. I'm open. Hurry up before they notice nobody is guarding me. Then he would stick an elbow in my jaw and stick the jumper in my face. Then he would start in on my coach. Coach, you better get this guy out and send in somebody who's going to D me up, because it's too easy when I'm wide open like this.
Oh, my God. Shimmy.
Larry Bird was in a league of his own when it came to knocking down long-range bombs during his heyday. And when the NBA Finals introduced the three-point shooting contest in 1986,
hey, Mr. Back to
cemented himself.
Mr. Back-to-back. This dude pulled up in a freaking warm-up jersey like, I ain't even gonna take this off. Y'all don't deserve to see the number. Y'all just gotta see the name when I'm putting them in your face. Just Larry Bird, God dang it, that boy was gifted, man.
As the most lethal marksman in the league. In 1988, heading to his third three-point contest, Bird was extremely confident that he'd bag his third consecutive three-point title. Right before the competition began, Bird tried to mess with his opponent's heads by going to the locker room and saying that the contest was already over before it even started.
Walking in the locker room, who's playing? Did you really say that? Who's playing for second?
Yeah, I did.
Now, on top of this trash talk, Bird didn't even bother to remove his...
Which one of y'all? Hey, you going for second place? What about you? Y'all fighting for second? Oh, so you not? All right. What about? There it is. Hey, look, y'all can fight for second place. I already got first. That's all we gonna do out here.
During the contest. And guess what? He won. Sheesh, guys. This is a dude who looked his opponents in the eye and said, "Who's coming in second?" Then followed it up by not even removing his warm-up jacket. And won. Talk about confidence.
That is what it is.
Anyway, guys, our next story happened in 1992 when Bird was part of the Dream Team, and it goes something like this. So, the head coach of Team USA personally handpicked a bunch of talented college players to have a scrimmage with the Dream Team to gauge their chemistry. The first run as a unit of the Dream Team didn't go as planned, and shockingly, the college prospects won easily behind closed doors. Right after the embarrassing loss, Rodney Rogers, who was playing for the side of the college team, was feeling upbeat about their win, and during the heat of the moment, he wasn't able to control his mouth and said something like this to Bird. "Hey Larry, You ain't hit a jumper since '84.
Ooh.
After Rodgers said those words, Bird didn't say a single word, but everyone on the Dream Team knew that
he fucked up.
Larry took it personally.
He done fucked up.
In the next day's practice, as everyone expected, Larry brought Rodgers to school. I mean, he was scoring bucket after bucket over his head, and what's even crazier about all of this is the fact that Bird was telling Rodgers how he would score on him. Jamal Mashburn's witnessed firsthand how Bird murdered Rodgers in that game, and here's what he said. Magic Johnson fed Larry Bird the ball, probably about 8 times in a row down the court. Larry got the ball on Rodney Rodgers, and every time he was about to make a move, he told him what he was going to do. 1 dribble, pull up, going left, off the glass, bucket. 1 dribble, going right, spin, shot, bucket. He scored 9 times or 8 times.
Somebody need to make a compilation of like Larry just saying that. You get a ball to me, I go over to the left, bucket. Hand the ball to me, bucket. You get what I'm saying? Bucket. That's a bucket. That's a bucket. You get what I'm saying?
Rowe left the court to go lay down because he couldn't sit on a bench because of his back injury and said, "Young fella, look like 84, huh?" Dominique Wilkins emerged as one of the fiercest rivals of Larry Bird in the mid-'80s, but during his rookie season, he had a rude awakening when he found out that Bird wasn't the kumbaya type of guy that you can easily be friends with.
Nope.
According to the Human Highlight Reel, Bird rejected his friendly approach during one of their early matchups, and here's the full story in detail. One of the first times I ever played against him, I went out for the opening tip, and I went to shake his hand. He just stood there and looked at me stone-faced with his hands behind his back. I was like, whoa. Then we were getting ready for the tip, and he says to me, "You don't belong in this league, Holmes." I couldn't believe it, but it happened so fast. I didn't know what to think.
I ain't gonna lie, I probably took that as a little racist, but then it would have said in this Larry Bird, that's just how you talk. You don't belong in this league, Holmes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We run this. I don't know why they even brought you in here. Get up out of here. Like, it made me feel like Larry, we got to fight after the game, bro. What is you doing?
Then they had the ball, and I was on him, and he said, "I don't know why they got you guarding me, Holmes. You can't guard me." Then swish, he hit a 3. Then he came down again and said, "They made a mistake putting you on me, Holmes." And he took another 3. Though Bird initially got the upper hand, Dominic became so furious with Bird's trash talk game that when the opportunity for payback presented itself, he put him on a poster with a monstrous throwdown.
Yeah.
Wilkins, look out.
After that dunk, Wilkins finally earned the respect of Bird, but not without some extra dish of trash talk in the end. According to Dominic, Bird got the last laugh. He got up and said, "I like you, rookie. You've got guts." I was happy for a second, and then he said, "But I'm still going for 40 on you tonight."
Damn.
True to his word, Bird would deliver yet another big game and grab the win for the Celtics, and though he only managed to score 39 that game, he proved once again that you can't outclass Larry Legend, even if you're as legendary as Dominic Wilkins. Anyway, on to another story here. Larry Bird is a competitive guy, as we can all see.
This game right here, I call this the return game, bro. Return of the Mac, bro. When he came out, bro, when I tell you, if y'all go watch my first reaction to this game, bro, when he came out and he was unbuttoning that joint, he was looking, he looked straight demonified. Like he came back from hell to kill everybody who stepped in his way, bro. I hope they show it. Look.
He wanted to
it was that video. It was like right there when he was going down, bro. It was right there.
You see, at the time, the Celtics' record for most points in a single game was held by Bird at 53 points. But then on March 3rd, 1985, his teammate Kevin McHale scored 56 points, and then after that, Bird pretty much echoed what Fano said to Thor. He didn't say, "You should have gone for the head," but he did say, "You should have gone for 60. Mm-hmm. Well, just 9 days later, on the night of March 12th, 1985, the Celtics traveled to the Big Easy to face the Atlanta Hawks. And
the Big Easy.
Bird dropped 60 on the Hawks, which effectively erased the record previously set by McHale, which lasted only for 9 days. Meanwhile,
I wonder who got it now.
Teammate Robert Parrish said this about Bird that night. He told us at halftime that nobody could stop him, so just give him the ball and get out of the way. Then he went out and started taunting the Atlanta players on the floor, the ones on the bench, their coaches, even the referees. He was
your man on the bench, your coach, your whole referee staff. None of y'all can guard me. You trash. Send them all at me, and I'm gonna put a 3 on that ass. That's basically what Larry Bird told him.
So much trash, he was buried in it. It was one of those nights when he could have drop kicked the ball in. I loved it.
Oh,
what
man.
a way to break your teammate's scoring record. Plus, get 60 points by trash talking your way there.
God,
anyway, guys,
bro.
Do y'all know one person that players should have never trash talked? Michael Jordan. Yeah. It sounds crazy, but some players in the NBA actually trash talked the GOAT. Anyway, If you want to
Yes,
know what
sir.
happened to these poor fellas, then click right here.
Oh,
me
we're
when I
gonna get
say
into that one.
This is a video.
We're going to for sure check out that video very soon, man. But if y'all guys did enjoy this video, make sure y'all leave that like, man. And y'all know how Larry Legend do. Larry likes the channel, so you should too. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit that notification bell. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. LT is out. Peace.